welcome to Jokakaka. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And today we're talking about chapter 77 of JoJolion.
I know, after like 10:30 at night when it finally came out, I was just about to leave and then it came out. All I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Cause we were saying, like, you're gonna leave and like it's gonna come out right and you leave, you're gonna call me just to tell me to turn back.
So this chapter is called Equivalent Exchange and University Hospital Part 1.
Yes, chapter 77.
So we've entered a new arc. I'm very excited.
I know, I've been wanting to do our discussion about a new chapter, especially after the Poor Tom arc, and try to get more focus on something. And we have a feeling that we're both feeling kind of getting there now.
Yes.
So
one thing I wanted to say, the vibe that I got from this chapter is definitely like Araki's grabbing the story threads and he's kind of like shoving them in the right direction.
Yes.
Like it begins with kind of a recap. He sort of he brings up the whole story with the baseball player and like reminds.
It's kind of similar to the one with, like, I was going to talk about the one with the eyes. Remember another baseball player and like early on about the plant where like his eyes were like.
The one he talked about was the one that we saw
jaw.
Before, the jaw.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Maybe the eyes was another one.
It's been so long since I read those like early chapters, so I probably couldn't mess it up.
Yeah, that's what I hate about these the releases with such a distance between them.
Especially a part, it's like a lot about mysteries and like little reveals there going on.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So yeah, the chapter begins with kind of a refresher. It really he's connecting the Jokakaka directly with
basically everybody everyone getting their like sense of what happened and
so this was probably for me the weakest part of the chapter. I really thought that Gappy was like really dejected at the end of last chapter.
Yeah, he was really depressed and
I thought he was going to be in like a big funk, and he's pretty level-headed, and him and Mamakazu are just kind of like chilling, and then like very shortly after they have a big powwow with the whole family. Mamakazu is like
the first time I think the family really got together like that for the first
in a while.
Yeah,
even like Hato or what's her name? Who's the daughter? Hato, yeah. Even Hato is there.
The one with the heels, heel stand. Yeah,
we've seen her stand once. In all of JoJolion.
Yeah.
Immediately, the Planet Appraiser is like, Jobin did it.
I was kind of hoping there'd be more like wrapping him coming together more, so we got a little bit, but then he's fully back. Like, I kind of would have liked to see him like piece himself together while talking to him.
Last chapter, it was so cool with his like slow reveal and his weird like mummy face. It looked really cool.
I know. I would like to see that, but
he's totally cool. He's totally fine now.
Yeah. So, but I mean, there's like before we get to that part where like him and Planet Appraiser are talking to each other, like Jobin just goes on this random like rant about what the turn. Jobin, not Jobin, Joshu. I hate everyone.
You always say.
I know. The names are so fucking close. But yeah, Joshu goes on a rant about turning like the place into like a mushroom farm, and it's a giant rant, and goes like, "Oh wait, everyone left."
It's kind of funny. Like Joshu has just become a comic relief character,
basically.
But the problem with that is like Daya also just kind of doesn't have a point, so she just is kind of lumped in with him.
She's like, everybody left. That was kind of funny, though.
Which just sucks, because, like, I don't know if you remember all the way back. Daya was, like, the first real, like, Higashikata that got fleshed out at all.
Yeah, the first one that befriended.
And she's got, like, no development since.
She was also, like, a heavy fan service character on...
She really was fan
service. On Josuke, which is weird.
Yeah, it was
she was, like, 13? Or even younger, I can't 100%. But but the Planet Appraiser and Gappy talk about like, Jobin was acting kind of weird in that family talk. He's definitely like the one who started the fire because we were kind of busy. The family was like in the house, so he was the only one that was not accounted for.
Yeah. The other important thing that I think was mentioned last chapter, maybe it wasn't. They talk about how the branch is going to probably be grafted on a cactus. Yeah, which
I'm sure you noticed, like, the dad, Norisuke, he's like a cactus, he says at one point, because he saw the cactus with...
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah,
he's like a potted cactus.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What he saw, the kid have.
Damn, that was a good eye. I didn't notice that until just now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fuck. They're setting that up.
Which I'm saying for like, the Jobin Norisuke showdown, and then I think Jobin's going to be the one, it will kill him, I'm thinking, from that.
Oh my god, that would be intense.
or the kid will have to pick a side or something like that.
Well, the page of the chapter is both Josuke and Jobin holding Tsurugi.
Yeah, which definitely that's another thing I always would say was gonna happen, where he's gonna have to like pick something.
Tsurugi feels like a pretty pivotal character, in the same way like Imperio. I felt he was a very pivotal character.
You don't think, he's not gonna be too. You'll be a side character, but he's not gonna be too impactful. Where he turned out to be like the
hero.
The hero
of part 6.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that basically like I'll keep a stealth operation on Jobin. He says that.
Yeah,
Planet Fraser.
Just want to say, beautiful art this chapter.
Always
beautiful.
is.
There's some really. I love when he does that thing. I'm showing Sam right now.
Like the cell shade, like the light shading kind of thing.
Yeah, it's really super light shading, and even though he just draws the characters as they normally are, with a little more detail, it stands out so much when it's just lightly shaded like that.
Yes.
That might be the thumbnail actually.
Probably. You like to pick. You get so many good panels to pick.
It's true.
So.
It is truly a embarrassment of riches when doing a JoJo thumbnail.
Yeah, and so what's it called? Yeah, so like I guess keep an eye on Jobin. Like he's definitely excited, but we have to get this plant pack, and we have the license plate number. We know it's at a hospital. We just gotta find it. So that's really the end over there.
Yeah, that was that entire scene, and so the rest of the chapter is this character who I embarrassingly didn't recognize.
A lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. Like, someone like, oh yeah, she's a character. Which I'm not sure if you noticed her outfit when she got out of the car.
Well, yeah, she tugs her underwear.
Because not the first thing Araki really does.
Araki makes a few very interesting like details. It points out. We'll bring up the one later.
I like the tug sound effect.
Yeah, so
but no, there's like she's wearing like.
I think that's to emphasize her sexuality or how much she focuses on appearance. Because later on we find out that she was very self-conscious about her boob size and
well, she wears like a tank top and pants.
As far as JoJo
booty pants, but like she's wearing like a see-through dress.
It looks like it's made of plastic.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it's a sheer material. It looks like it's made of plastic.
It's like a plastic dress that's like a celebrity would wear like a weird thing at like a award ceremony. Kind of reminded me of like Lady Gaga's like meat outfit.
We actually get a decent amount of characterization with her this chapter too, where she closes the door. She lets the elevator door close on the old woman. Just like generally like, and I'm sure, dear viewer,
and she was on crutches too.
Yeah, she was. Dear viewer, I know you're very familiar with JoJo and like how JoJo characters are presented, but Araki does this thing where when he's presenting a certain character, he doesn't even need to show them do anything. Just the way that he draws them from like certain angles, like the way that she's posed and the way that she's drawn like in the elevator, she just looks very like nonplussed, like not caring.
She's on her phone.
Yeah, she's super.
Just like us.
she's just you know what I mean. I'm having a hard time.
You could have easily looked. She had like a cigarette, like, did that leaning cigarette kind of pose like she had. But she's very like non-caring. She also had like an arrow on her stomach as well,
pointing to her
womb,
which comes up later.
Where Speed King goes.
Dude, okay, I realized it. I solved the puzzle. I'm gonna bring this up later when we talk about the thing.
Conspiracy part?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, whatever.
This is like literally conspiracy series, the JoJo part. So.
Alright, so...
Get your tinfoil hats for that.
Okay, but let's recap the chapter first. So, I'm just so excited about JoJo. I love JoJo.
Yeah.
Alright, so then we see her go into meet with the doctor.
So,
who...
Can you describe this doctor?
He looks... Okay, I know this has been described as several JoJo characters. He has, like, the David Bowie face. His face is just David Bowie.
I think Araki just likes doing that for villains.
Yeah.
He also has, like...
It looks like he has a bunch of fish eggs on the back of his head.
Yeah.
He's got, like...
But he also... You don't play Tekken that much, Dave, but the guy with, like, the tall blonde hair, you may know is, like, how he looks.
I know,
like.
Yeah, I know what
he
you're
looks
talking
like
about.
Paul from Tekken with, like, that kind of hair.
He just looks like a fucking mad scientist, which is awesome, because he is a doctor, and he makes sure you know that, because he has 3 name badges on his body.
Yeah, there's like one like on his back of his shoulder, like not even a name, just his doctor. His name is Doctor.
So yeah, this guy's a fucking freak. He's constantly eating. He's for some reason is constantly munching on like it appears to be like cookies or something.
He didn't have lunch.
Bar.
But it looked like that seaweed, like a thing.
Yeah, it kind of looked like the seaweed,
like a seaweed snack.
I thought maybe it was like a Calorie Mate. Have you ever seen those?
It makes a crunchy noise.
Games. Yeah, they're kind of like energy bar cookies,
like rice cake kind of thing.
But so she comes in, she's like, I think the allergies are fucking me up. I can't hear anything out of my left ear. And then he's like, That's weird. So then he looks at her ear, and her fucking that whole area of her head is like all cracked like a rock, like as we've seen before whenever someone eats the Jokakaka. And we're just like, fuck, she's been eating the Jokakaka right under her nose the whole time. Then the doctor is just like, no, you're fine.
But it also had like his trash can full of snacks as well. But yeah, it's not only his hair like stacked up that high, like the fish eggs, it's like weirdly like part like a
crown.
A crown, like a pineapple. It also looks like a pineapple.
It kind of does look like a pineapple, yeah. So then, fruit. Yeah, and she mentions like, yeah, she went unconscious and she had like seizures essentially, and she's like, this is fucked up, and he's like, nah, you're fine. I took a blood test, you're good.
You're fine. It's fine.
Then she drops this bomb. She's like, yo, when I first came here, it's because my boobs were sagging, and I was embarrassed, and my husband didn't care about me. And then I was like, wait, who is this? And then later on, she reveals like, and then my son said something about it, and we see Tsurugi's face like, holy fuck, it's...
They said the name...
Higashikata. They keep saying Higashikata, and I was like, is this a new character? And then I was like, oh fuck, it's Jobin's wife that we saw 2 times.
Because I went back to the first appearance because I was like, oh, my teeth all fell out too, and like I was covering my mouth. I was like, when I looked back and see her, she was there, like right, not covering anything though, because I still had time to look at it.
So I guess we can assume that happened. Like she already had the replaced. I guess she just had like teeth put in. But,
yeah, dentures.
So yeah, we find out that this guy has been giving her. We can only assume Jokakaka to fix what cosmetic issue she has, but of course because it's the equivalent exchange, there's always going to be some other
drawback.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you're like, oh, do you mind if I drink this water? And like he just like gulps it down and like the weirdest like way to drink water where he just like grabs it and
upends the bottle.
Like he's like gonna smack the bottom to get as much as he can. Which I don't think that was like a trait of Rock Humans where like they didn't have like a hunger or like thirst of like that much. There's something interesting.
Yeah,
with
they
him.
don't really need. I don't think they really need to eat. So I wonder if he is a rock human. I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah,
and it's an easy way to have a stand user without explaining where he got to stand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a rock human, but he's maybe I'm not sure if he's still like one of the 2 people that was in the ambulance or he's just.
Yeah, he could be.
But,
one thing I wanted to mention. I don't know the commenter's name, but in our last episode, Sam and I were like, why were there like soldiers on their way to the hospital in the ambulance? And then some gracious commenter, if I remember their name, I'll include it here. They were like, that's actually how first responders in Japan dress. And I looked it up and I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. Yeah, and I'm very stupid.
Thank you for that interesting fact of trivia that we did not know because we're Americans that don't look into this stuff too much.
Yeah, that's something I never would have even assumed because I just saw that like, wow, they look like soldiers. They got like huge thick helmets and like GoPros and. But yeah, so basically the climax is the doctor whose name we just assumed to be a doctor.
Yeah, we don't have a name yet.
Is like, well, there's one thing I can do to fix your problem.
But the thing is, he's on the phone first, and you don't know what he's talking about, so you're not sure if he's trying to get permission or like someone tell him what to do it.
Yeah.
Thing.
So I think the important takeaway from that is like there is some sort of network still.
The lead surgeon or whatever, like the leader, the person in charge of the hospital, I guess, could be the mastermind.
It's like in a Deal or No Deal when he's like calling the bank.
Yeah, he's like in the shadows, like
this mysterious figure.
Pretty much. It's a good way to freaking interpret it. Yeah, his hair is just so magnificent. Like I want to see people try to cosplay this. Like,
I love this guy. This guy looks so cool.
It's like right in there. Like, it's just as weird as what's his name, Abdul's hair with like the his sponge hair.
He kind of, when I first saw him, I got like Part 4 Josuke vibes.
Yeah,
especially with the hair and the face. Especially if you've seen like redrawn Josuke, like Part 8 style Josuke.
Yeah, but yeah, so he's like, we're just gonna be this one-time operation. Like you have money, right? And he's like, oh yeah, money's not an issue. We're rich.
200 million yen is what he says. Which let me look that up. I'm curious.
Go to conversion. I'm gonna say $2 million in American.
In US dollars, it's actually a little bit under. It's 1.75 million. So 1,775,000.
Oh, wasn't that?
You
that was close.
Yeah. So that is a lot of money, but 200 million sounds like a lot more.
Yeah. So he said like it's a perfect. I say like. One time only. If this is a one-time situation that I'm able to do it, I have a perfect treatment method. And he says, "You're fine, but if you want to do it, it's your choice."
Yeah. So it seems like it seems like this is like the last thing. Like she's never going to
can't go back.
And this is going to be. I'm wondering how this is going to affect Jobin, because Jobin seems like he doesn't care about her, because she said that she's like, I wanted to get like my breast done better because I wanted to impress my husband, but he still doesn't care about me. He only notices things when
Beatles.
He only cares about his Beatles. I'm there all day. I'm wearing my sexy underwear.
Which he hasn't referenced his Beatles.
He's constantly thinking about them, though.
I kind of wait for his character to be like, ignite Beatles and throw them at people was going to be his gimmick. But
it would have been funny if at the end of the last chapter there was a little epilogue where he just is like, he's talking to Suri, he's like, my Beatles! And then he runs and checks to see if his Beatles survived the stand attack.
The main villain's going to kill all his Beatle collection and just as his sign. So after what's your decision? It cuts to like the TV in the waiting room of like the Hishikata family, like the
orchard burning down.
Yeah, and
Yasuho.
Yep, she's back.
She's like
in the waiting room.
She's like, oh fuck. Well, Josuke said that he's fine.
Yeah, they called.
I was like, okay, I guess that's good.
At least they had enough respect to call her and tell her, like, oh, we're fine, don't worry.
I really thought because last time we saw her, I really thought that someone was gonna like attack her. It really seemed like she was in a menacing position.
Like last time when Jobin just like hit her in the head.
Yeah.
Where she found out like the location.
Well, he did more than that. He gave her like a fucking aneurysm.
That's right. She made her like pass. They gave her aneurysm and pass out, or like a hemorrhage.
He gave her a non-lethal aneurysm.
Only in JoJo, that's possible.
That is like the most surgical precision I think a character's ever had in JoJo. Except the time when Star Platinum, or no, what was it? Silver Chariot sunk down to the size of a cell.
It wasn't Silver Chariot. It was Green
and
Harfin Green.
He sunk down to the size of a fucking.
They get the little stand that was Steely Dan. No, Steely Dan. Steely Dan had the one that, because like anything that would happen to him would happen to Joseph.
Oh no, it was the Lovers. It was Lovers. I remember.
Yeah. Steely Dan was the user.
But you didn't think we were going to talk about part 3.
Yeah, it's fine. Yasho as, what's it called?
She's talking about her menstrual pains, which is a very interesting, this is the second interesting detail.
First of all, I was like, damn it, Iraqi, but like, maybe that'll come into play.
Okay, so here is my fan theory that apparently just didn't end up being. So we end up at the end of the chapter, we see that Kato's ultimate price was her legs have been...
It wasn't Kaito.
Kato.
I was like, isn't Kaito the mom?
Yeah. Oh my god, these names.
I know.
Kata, Jobin's wife. Her legs have been completely just sort of disintegrated.
Yeah.
So we assume that this is the price she paid. But
it's really gross looking.
Okay, here is my fan theory. Because earlier we showed an arrow pointing downwards, from her chest downwards. Then we have Yasho talking about menstrual pains. I was thinking maybe it's going to be her uterus.
Maybe she can...
Which is the ultimate life-giving chalice, if you will.
And then we also have the 10 days, 19 hours, and 6 minutes until the fruits can be harvested.
Oh, it should have said until Yasho's next period.
Yeah, all Iraqi would. I mean...
Where's that countdown? I think it's a strange detail, and it's such a strange detail that you want to make something out of it, but it easily could just be like, Araki needed to have a reason for Yasho to be in the hospital. It's like, I guess her belly hurts.
Yeah, so I went back and looked through a little bit, and because the Jim was still reading, and I went back and read the chapter, the backstory Yasho chapter with like the rock pet thing that she was. So I was, because like she had the same kind of thing, like the rock. She had like the whole like rock skin and like everything was kind of hard. So
with
like
her, you're talking about the birch thing, right?
Yeah,
or the hairpin or whatever it was.
I was thinking like she either being fed the fruit, or somehow these rock animals they're putting it on her or something to like mess her up.
The thing with that is, like, it makes me wonder, because it went away.
It went away, but I also had a feeling that, like, somehow her dad knew about it and did something to, like, fix it. That's why he's, like, he did the sacrifice or something.
Yeah, it's the thing is, like, having the equivalent exchange is, like, such a thing. It's, like, you can't just, like, reverse it.
Yeah.
So that's why I really wonder, like, to what extent is it related to that?
Yeah. So...
Also, there's been a lot of retconning in Part 8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm really wondering if we're going to ever find out how stands happen. Because recently it's just been, if you're a rock person, you have a stand.
Yeah, and then it was like, if you're near the rock, the wall's eyes, you...
I thought that's initially, that was my speculation, was if you were buried. If you were buried and near the wall eyes, which have not been mentioned for excessively long
I thought it was just being like near them for a period of time, because that's how the Hishikata family
got it. Too. Well, that
or
was...
either that or the grandfather that was in part of the race got one, but that wasn't that, or you didn't know he got one, and then the family could develop it from the bloodline.
Mm-hmm. What a simpler time. part 7.
I know. I was like, okay,
everything is so straightforward.
You're in this like freaking desert. If you survive, you get a stand. So much simpler. Even like the early parts, it's like the arrow.
Yeah, I mean that was.
Or you're born with one, because I'm pretty sure Polnareff was born with his.
Was he?
Yeah, because
I thought Dio gave him his stand.
No, he had one. Him and Kakyoin had him since they were kids. Because that's why when he got de-aged, he still had his stand. As like
I thought that was just
and Jojo didn't have his because he didn't develop his until he was adult. I'm not bullshitting you.
I'm just curious because I know the people in the comments are gonna scream at us.
Some people can develop stands like on their own.
That pisses me off the most because
it's weird
when they expand upon that in part 5 when they go into the whole. Was that part 5 or part 6?
Part 5 is the history of the arrow.
Okay, yeah. Once they go into that, it just makes it seem like, okay, well, like, because
I'm just happy, like...
Jojo got it from the descent, from the
yeah, he got it from just Dio got his stand and he had Johnson by, so Joseph got his and Jojo got his, Holly got, that whole, like, thing happened. But he's not, like, the convoluted thing of, like, the arrow, like stuff, like... I mean, also the corpse part was able to give stands.
But he was... do you remember Polnareff was... under the control of Dio.
Well, yeah, Dio found him when he was... Dio did find him when he was, like, studying abroad. I believe that was his.
When he was studying abroad?
I can't remember. Dio's timeline is, like, really weird, too.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, because it was really just, like, expanded upon in retcons.
Yeah.
Alright, this is a little unimportant. People in the comments, please correct us. I'm actually really interested. I couldn't find it on the wiki. But if this is true, that'd be interesting, because I was trying to think of times where like a stand just happens. Whatever. Fuck Araki, please. So what were we talking about?
We're on like conspiracy. We're talking about like the Yasho, like the whole, her whole flashback chapter thing.
So first off, I'd love to see more Yasho. I love her. She's probably one of my favorite characters.
Do you think it's gonna be a her chapter then with dealing with the doctor or trying to get her out, or is like other people are gonna like do something, or is she gonna find other people like in the hospital, or like one of these side characters, other girls will come back into play?
There were a few other characters in frame when she was sitting down, and I was wondering, I was like, those characters have just enough detail that they could be like speaking line characters in the next chapter, and I totally forgot that it's like part 1 of a thing.
Yeah.
So I could see this being like the doctor being the next sort of just like arc villain.
Yeah, because I get the feeling because like it's gonna be at the hospital and Planet Praiser and Gappy are on their way to like deal, because right now they don't know if Jobin has something to do with the fruit, and they think our best lead is at the hospital. So
maybe it would just be Gappy then.
Yeah, maybe
Gappy. Planet Praiser said that he was gonna keep an eye out on.
Yeah, stealth mission.
Yeah.
So
Snake, this is a sneaking mission.
Night mission, but. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe other characters will come in. I was like, I don't know, because there's still so many characters that are like seem important to this arc. Mm-hmm. That I don't know, man.
I would love to have an arc.
No, wait. Mm-hmm. Maybe the maid is visiting her mom. Oh, and she's there to help team up with Yasha.
If we see Born This Way... Oh, and hospital would be a great place for that, because there's a lot of doors.
A lot of doors. Team up.
Born This Way needs to come back. Was it Born This Way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got changed to Born This Way. Because retcons.
Retcons.
But, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know how much that would fuck me up? Because now that I'm reading JoJo, there hasn't been anything like that crazy. But if I'm reading JoJo and then... like 5 issues later, it's like, oh yeah, this is called this now. I would be fucked up because I'd be like, no, that's not how I learned it. You can't do this to me.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking like it could happen. That's my prediction.
Well, what I was gonna say, I'd love to see an arc that kind of like how Joshu had that arc a while back where he had like a two issue arc, I think, with the money stand thing. I would love to see some. Background characters get fleshed out a little more. Maybe even have like, as you're saying, like a crossover. Sorry, I just cut my eye or something. It'd be great if they had like a B team chapter kind of thing where we see like Born This Way.
I think the most believable thing that could happen is her, her visiting Holly and then be like, oh wow, like what are you doing here? Like,
or Holly awakens,
revealing
herself to be the true villain of
she's the charge of the hospital and
And
she was on the phone, but she was phone.
She was phone. We find out the doctor is actually her stand.
Shut up, Jim. That's not gonna happen. Doctor's just pineapple head. But no.
Yeah, I wonder what nickname he's gonna be given until he gets a real name.
Yeah, well, we'd have to find out his story, like his stand. We don't know because usually the stand fights have the name. So I'm thinking we'll get one more chapter, then we have the encounter with whoever's gonna be dealing with him. I guess.
I'm really curious, like the thing of him eating a lot, like
eating and drinking. He has to like stay hydrated and eat.
You know what this reminds me of? Just because I have part 5 on the brain, reminds me of Sex Pistols. Sex Pistols had to eat.
Feed your stand. Well,
yeah, so maybe he has an ability that's like eat based.
It'd be interesting to see a villain having like an actual like a stand they could talk to, like Sex Pistols Echoes, like those kind of stands that you in Spice Girl you can like actually talk to them. They're their own like.
That would be really rad.
It'd be interesting to see a villain have one, like a villainous stand, like automated stand like that.
Well, this is kind of related, but not really. Rice Pirate Mick Lauer, who recently made, or he's currently making like a JoJo inspired motion comic thing.
Yeah.
And the main character of his thing,
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, I think Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, he talks to him.
And he talks, and I was like, at first I was like, that's weird. I was like, no, that'd be great. That's such a great idea for like a main character to have a stand with a mind of its own.
Like some of my favorite stands are the ones that he could talk to, or like Echoes Act 3 is always like hilarious. Like
yeah, Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols are just amazing.
Yeah,
they're the greatest little boys.
There's like 6 of them, and they all have like these crazy personality.
That one of my favorite chapters ever in JoJo is when they're fighting. Bruno is fighting Beach Boy and Grateful Dead, and he's like doing all these crazy things to his body, like ripping his body up and shit, and with his zippers. And then the Sex Pistol, one of them is just like, "No, Bruno, you're gonna kill yourself! Don't do it!" He's like screaming, like, "No!" I just love how like innocent and precious they are.
Speaking of Bruno, I love that the compilation of every time Mista managed to shoot himself in part 5. It's like over like 50 times. Either he shot himself or enemy made him like hurt himself with his own bullet.
I mean. It's gonna happen.
My favorite one is like the Beach Boy one where he just like gets shot in the head, like on the ground, like.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so funny.
It's so funny being character shot in the head. But yeah, so that's a solid conspiracy. I think that's a good probability that could happen. Like, I could
definitely see that happening.
Because Yasha doesn't have that combat; she just has like intelligence. So, or maybe like it's like the motorcycle has to do the combat while Paisley Park does like intelligence like for it, so you can do like a blind.
But, yeah, because we have this kind of mystery setup of like who this guy talking to. Maybe that could be something.
I think whoever's in charge of the hospital is the lead rock person. That's my guess as well.
That is likely.
And there's definitely at least two rock men in there from we saw in the ambulance, and maybe the driver.
Assuming that they went back.
There's two and the driver, but I think the doctor was the driver. That's my guess.
But that's just a theory.
That's my aluminum hat conspiracy theory. Any theories you want to give or any ideas you think are gonna happen?
I just really want to keep insisting. I want more. Holly Joestar.
No, you're the only person who thinks that.
I actually one thing I want to do. I keep forgetting to do it. I want to bust out back in the day. Back in like it must have been like 2012 at the time. Maybe 2010. No, this has been going on for a while. Rocky did like a family tree, and
the Joestar.
He showed the Joestar family tree
from 7 and 8 or from before.
It was near the beginning of 8.
Yeah. The book.
Yeah, and parts of it were obscured, and it's been kind of eating me away. Like I really want to know like what is the Joestar, like what has happened in the Joestar family? Because at this point we should be. What is the year? 2011.
I think so. Yeah.
We should be at like. JoJolion. Technically, this is like around the JoJolion time frame.
Well, I remember looking at it like because Joseph and Lisa like that family stayed intact, and Holly's here, and we have Holly. I remember seeing like because the girl is Jotaro, the daughter is basically the Jotaro equivalent.
Yeah.
And then the only thing different was that Holly and Kira. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
And so...
So I really am wondering about, like, the other sort of...
The other side of the Joestar family?
The other sort of...
Not
like,
the Joestar. Connections. Not the Joestar, but, like, the people they married, I guess. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to take a look at it again just to see... Because initially when I saw Kata, and I was like... oh, is this going to be like, and I was like, no, it's actually...
It's more so the Hishikata side that I'm more interested in,
Mm-hmm.
to see, like, what, because, like, other than, like, the Norisuke, we have a decent idea, even though he's still high a little bit, and Jobin, we got a lot more from, but, like, the mom is still the wild card. We got her backstory a little bit, but she's still, like, we don't know where her goals are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I love JoJo. This makes me so, like, I love, like, talking about it and like, speculizing.
Especially this one, like, I had so many good, like, ideas that could possibly happen, like, that, the one of, you teaming up with, like, the Born This Way, be really cool, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but it'd be really fucking cool.
It'll be great when it does happen, and you'd be like, oh, I called it.
I'd be so happy, like, oh my god, she's doing something!
Yeah, no. This really is, like, the part, we'll just wrap this up soon, but I don't want to say, this is the part of, like, I wish that there's more characters being fleshed out. Oh, I didn't bring it up earlier. I wanted to mention Love Deluxe.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah.
I forget her name in this version.
Yeah, she's kind of like disappears. It's okay if you forget her name.
Damn, she's like the one character's name I normally do remember. But yeah, she showed up for like 12 seconds and then pieced out. And I loved her redesign. I thought it was really great. And I want to see more of her.
Yeah, she also vanished very quickly.
So. Yeah, I would love to see... I want a girl team. I want a girl team up. I want her. I want...
The mom.
What's her name? I always forget Born This Way stand user.
Hold on. I shall bring up the wiki. But, Daya and Haito aren't doing anything. Kaito's the mom. Kyo, she's the Yokiatsu, like Nijimura.
Yeah, Kyo... I want Kyo to show up. I want... Carrera. I want Carrera to show up. I want a girl squad. I want the girls to team up and beat someone's ass. I want this doctor to get fucking destroyed by hot girl squad.
Like, you want, like, the girl squad to beat up, like Damo got beat up by Gappy, the girl squad equivalent.
Ruin. I want Yasuhiro to punch him so hard he explodes.
That'd be really cool. I'll be fine with just Yasho and with her Kyo.
It is very good chapter. Would you say a good chapter?
Yeah, very good. It's awesome.
And I would just like to remind
you. I want more.
I would like to remind you that there is literally no possible bigger length of time till the next chapter than right now, because we did it right as the new chapter came out.
Right about we're gonna call it a night. I was thinking about like, so I'm gonna go.
We have like literally an entire month to wait, and I am the edge of my seat.
We have to August 18th. Which, no, I swear to God, I'm gonna see what.
You're gonna set a reminder.
No, it's a Saturday, so I hope I don't have to work.
Same.
I'll take off.
Wait, August 19th? I'm not gonna be working there anymore.
Or 18th.
I don't know why I said 19th. I'm gonna be out of there.
Okay.
Well, August 18th, it should be Friday, actually, because...
It says Saturday the 18th.
Fuck. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, I think it's later than it actually is. Never mind. Alright, this is a bad conversation for this JoJo.
But yeah,
podcast.
really awesome chapter. We had our conspiracies. We have what our predictions are. Some solid ones both ways, I think. Even now, I kind of want to. I'm interested, like, what's it, and to go back and listen to the conspiracy part and see how many we got, like, either close to right.
I can't wait. That's why I'm so happy we're doing this podcast, because I want to go back and be like, wow, we were so fucking wrong.
And if the 1% thing of somehow Holly is the main bad guy and Jim's right,
I'm gonna get like blowjobs from everyone. Like everyone in the world will line up and just have to
making me cough. I hope not, man. You will have that over me, like, but remember that I was right the entire time.
It's gonna be the greatest feel when Holly just starts the villain.
She's gonna be like, oh, like, when you see that pan, I'm gonna hear, like, audibly, like, I'm hear it in my head, like,
yeah.
Oh no.
I'll be like 4 miles away screaming, like,
like,
one long coon.
I knew it. Or call me up like, I told you.
Yeah, I probably will. If that happens, I will call you or send you rapid messages.
I'm at work. What? I told you to call me like at like guest server. Like, I need to speak to.
I need to speak to President Bush.
Mr. Sam there. Okay. Like I was right. I called it. And hang up. Fuck with that.
You haven't even read the chapter yet. All right, we're gonna. On that note, we're gonna sign out.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. I guess where can they find this podcast or anywhere else? Just YouTube, right?
Yeah, we are a YouTube podcast.
For JoJo.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I know that our JoJo stuff gets a lot more attention than other stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I'm very happy to hear. If you don't care about our other show, this is actually I want to throw this idea out there. Would you rather us have one single YouTube channel just for all of our JoJo stuff so you can follow, or do you mind having it how it is currently?
Yeah, should we leave credit to our other podcasts, or do you want like just a Jokakaka separate YouTube that we put all the JoJo stuff, like spoiler casts, Rohan OVAs and etc.
To make it more organized. I don't mind doing that extra work because I know that we definitely have more people that listen to the show.
Yeah, but if not, and you're cool with having one channel, we just leave it there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of the other podcasts, if you want to listen to just like, seasonal anime and weird
Cat Girl.
Cat Girl from the 90s and early 2000s, that kind of, there's a lot of stuff from that era. Check out our other podcast, the Neoncast, where you do, we do seasonal stuff and a mix of like the Cat Girl stuff as well.
Shit.
Western, Eastern, everywhere. Even maybe some French
comic books.
comic books. Yeah, we did do a little bit of comic books. So yeah, check that out. That'd be cool. And yeah, follow for any more updates. Follow at the Neoncast on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And
at the Neoncast.
Yes, and you can follow me on Twitter at Gokaicoon or not. Just I don't care.
Just do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Be your own man or woman or anything you want to be.
Alright, let's sign this off.
No.
I've been Jim.
I'm Sam.
Have a great night.
Bye.